This blitz is called Tornado, and it's out of the 4-2-5 defense. Now this blitz is very, very effective against spread teams, and we'll execute this blitz from the wide side of the field. Very rarely will we execute it from the boundary. Now let's get into this blitz. Start off with our D tackles. They have A gaps. The backside DN has boundary contain. He's got to contain to the short side of the field. Now our blitz side DN is slanting to B gap. Now it's important that when this DN slants, he rips through the offensive tackle. You don't want him, slanting away from the block, because he's going to leave a wide open area. So it's very important that he slants, crosses the face of this tackle, and holds B gap. We tell our kids we rip through blocks, we don't run around blocks. And in this case, when we slant, we want this kid to dip and rip through the block while holding his B gap. Okay, it's with our two tackles and DNs, it's very, very important that they maintain gap integrity. Okay, we're playing man across the board. So those receivers are going to run off, or they're going to run their pass patterns. If this quarterback breaks contain or finds a seam inside, we're going to have some problems. Now, pre-snap, we're going to be in a man-to-man look across the board. Okay, our corners are going to be up and press. Our strong safety is going to be on this slot up and press. And our monster back is going to be up and press. And all these kids are going to have inside leverage. They're going to bump and run, allow no inside releases. Now, pre-snap, that's pre-snap. As soon as the quarterback begins his cadence, he comes off his man, starts creeping down. And it's important that he creeps down, because keep in mind, this is a spread formation. It's hard to see how spread it actually is, because I have such a small dry erase board. But, these kids are wide. So it's important that on the first sound of the quarterback, he starts creeping down. And he's coming off the edge. He's the primary contain player. Now, this middle linebacker is coming off the edge as well. He's coming right off the butt of the DN. As soon as this the monster backer starts coming down on the first sound of the quarterback, this safety now has to roll down, and he is responsible for this slot now. So as soon as that monster back starts creeping, he's got to come down, and he's responsible for the slot. And our corner is going to play man-to-man on the split end. Strong safety's locked up on this slot. Corner's locked up on that receiver. And our will backer, he's locked up on the halfback. Halfback goes that way, he's got to run with him. Halfback goes this way, he's got to run with him. Halfback comes up for run, he's got to go up and tackle him. Now, it's a little scary because it does turn into cover zero. They have some good split ends. They could hit maybe something deep. They could run 3 verticals. They could run all kinds of stuff, especially with man-to-man coverage. So, your corners do need to hold up. They got to be able to play man if you want to run this. And again, you could play zone out of this as well. But right now I have it drawn up with man behind the blitz. So it's a little scary without a safety, at least for me. I like having a deep safety all the time. But, youth football, it's so run heavy that, executing a blitz like this a few times a game is only going to help you. And again, this takes away the field. You can see you have the off tackle defend it. You have any real quick hit and interior plays defend it. You definitely have the sweep defend it, having two guys pretty much coming off the edge. So if this safety doesn't roll down, they could just throw a quick screen. If they see he's coming, they could just throw a quick screen. And it's going to force your safety to make a play on an athlete in space. And the slot receivers are going to be good athletes. So that puts a lot of pressure on this safety to make a play. Especially, they'll just have this kid run off. Corner will run with them, do a quick screen, and it's one-on-one. And most of the time, if you get a good athlete in space, he's going to make a defender miss. So it's very important that he rolls down. He's got to get down and cover that slot receiver. The quarterback, again, gap integrity. If there's nothing there, they could do a QB draw to try to get everybody coming up, and they could have a quarterback hit a seam. So that's why it's important these kids don't get over aggressive They maintain their gap integrity. You don't even have to blitz this kid. You could have him lock up on the slot and just execute this twist stunt. That'll contain the outside and it will contain off tackle. So you don't even have to send the monster back. You could just run double twist stunts. You could have both D and slant and then have them slant out. You know, double twists, those work as well.